Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain what connected speech is in English and why it's so important. Connected speech is a natural way people speak in English. When native speakers talk, they don't pronounce each word separately. Instead, they connect words, add sounds, remove sounds, or even change them. Because of this, spoken English sounds faster, smoother, and more natural. For example, instead of saying, I want it, very clearly and separately, native speakers often say, I want it. So, if you want to sound more natural and understand English better, you need to learn connected speech. There are 5 main types of connected speech: connotation, intrusion, elision, geminates, and assimilation. First, connotation, also called linking. This happens when a word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound. Instead of stopping, we connect the sounds. For example, pick it up sounds like pick it up, pick it up. Turn off sounds like turn off. Hold on sounds like hold on. So the final consonant connects to the next word and the sentence flows better. Second, intrusion. Intrusion is a phonetic bridge used to connect two words when the first ends in a vowel and the second begins with a vowel. Intrusion happens when we add an extra sound between two vowel sounds, and this makes pronunciation easier. For example, I always sounds like I always, I always, I always. The sound G is added. Another example, go on sounds like go on, go on, go on. The sound U is added. And law and order sounds like law and order, law and order, law and order. The sound R is added. These sounds are not written, but they help connect the words smoothly. Third, elision. Elision is the opposite of intrusion. Instead of adding a sound, we drop one. This happens most often with the consonant sounds t or d. It isn't a lazy speech. This helps speakers talk faster and more easily. When t or d is at the end of a word and the next word starts with a consonant, it often disappears. For example, next door sounds like next door, next door. The t is dropped. Or stand by, stand by. The sound it sounds like stand by, stand by. The d is dropped. And in the word sandwich, sandwich, sandwich sounds like sandwich, sandwich. The d is dropped. Next, geminates. Geminates happen when the same consonant sound appears at the end of one word and at the beginning of the next word. In this case, we can explain it like this. The first word ends with a sound, and the next word begins with the same sound. So, instead of repeating the sound twice, we pronounce it as a longer sound. For example, life force. Life ends with the sound and force begins with the same sound, so we pronounce a longer life force, life force. Fish shop. Fish ends with the sound sh, and and shop begins with the same sound, so we pronounce a longer sh. Fish shop, fish shop, fish shop, fish shop. And some more, some more, some more, some more. We pronounce a longer so we stretch the sound instead of separating it. Finally, assimilation. Assimilation happens when a sound changes because of the sound that comes next. In other words, one sound adapts to another sound to make pronunciation easier. For example, 10 bikes. 10 bikes sounds like 10 bikes. 10 bikes. The n changed to m because the next sound b is made with the lips. Another example is bad boy. Bad boy sounds like bad boy, bad boy. The d change to b because the next sound b is also made with the lips. Another example is don't you. Don't you sounds like don't you, don't you. The t and j combine to create a new sound, j, j, sounds like don't you. So sounds change depending on what comes next. To conclude, connected speech is very important because it helps you sound more natural and understand real spoken English. By practicing connotation, intrusion, elision, geminates, and assimilation, you can improve your pronunciation and your fluency. Thanks for watching.